Bhavamse Akshobhya Paramahamse Shishya Boli Angikara Kore Akshobhyera Shishya Jaya Tirthaname Parichaya Taradasi Gnana Sindhu Tore Daya Hoite Daya Nidhi Tardas Vidya Nidhi Rajendra Hoilo Taha Haite Tahara Kinkara Jaya Dharminama Parichaya Parajana bhalo mate Parajana bhalo mate Dharma Dasya Khyati Shri Purushottama Jati Taha Haite Brahmanya Tirtha Suri Das Lakshmipati Vyasadas Tahaite Madhavendra Puri Madhavendra Puri Madhavendra Puri Var Shishya Bhar Shishwar Madhavendra Puri Bar Shishya Bar Shishwar Nityananda Shri Advaita Vibhu Ishvara Puri ke dhanya Korilen Shri Chaitanya Jagat Guru Gaurama Prabhu Jagat Guru Gaurama Prabhu Prabhu Shri Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya Rupan Gajane Rajiva Gajane Rajiva Vishvambhara Priyankara Shri Swarupa Damodara Swami Rupasana Tam Shri Goswami Rupasana Tam Rupa Priya Mahajan Jiva Raghunathan Tara Priya Kavi Krishna Das Krishna Dasa Priya Narottama Seva Par Pada Vishwanatha Vishwanatha Bhakta Baladeva Jagannatha Tara Priya Shri Bhakti Vinod Mahabhagavata Shri Gaura Kishora Hari Bhajan Iti Jarma Vishwana Vihara Paramahamsa Gaurangira Nijapamsa Paramahamsa Gaurangira Nijapamsa Tadera Charane Mama Gati Tadera Charane Mama Gati Mami Seva Udasina Nami Triti Dandi Dina Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती श्री वर्षाभानविभा सदशिव सेव्यापा तारदायित दासना तारदायित दासना तारा प्रदान प्रचारक भक्ति वेदांत नामो प्रचारक श्री भक्ति वेदांत नाम पतित जनते दयामो पतित जनते दयामो पतित जनते दयाधाम पतित जनते दयाधाम श्री माधवेंद्र पुरी की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य श्रोता श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य श्रोता श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शहदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी की जय। गंगा मई की जय। यमुना मई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। समवेता भक्तवृंद की जय। टेकिंग ऑफ द वर्ल्ड श्री प्रभुपाद साइंस बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। श्री माधवेंद्र पुरी तिरुभाव महामहोत्सव की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Shri Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale. Srimati Bhakti Vikasa Swaminiti Namane. Can I please have a Madhya Leela chapter 4? Madhya Leela, yeah, Madhya Leela part 1. So it'll be chapter 4 of the Chaitanya. I think Avadut's on it. Right, Avadut? You're getting it from the back? Yeah. No, chapter 4, so it'll be part 1. So today, so before I start, I'm going to just do the Mangala Charana right away. Om Agyana Timiranthasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapatam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadam Mahyam Natati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utafata Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishavamsha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamsha He Krishna Karana Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति विकास स्वामिनिति नामिने हरिजनगण बारी ज्ञान कर्मांधहारी प्रकटित पर भक्ति सिद्धांत कांति विनय निकर लक्ष्मी निम्न मेदेर गम्यो भुवि जयति विकासो भक्तिपूर्वो यतीन्द्रः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे वागीशा यस्य वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्य हृदये संवित्तं नृसिंहम् अहं भजे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Mukam karti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Yachadeva Parabhaktir Yata Deve Tata Guru Tasyaite Katita Hyarta Prakashante Mahatmanaha. So, today we're celebrating the ecstatic disappearance day of Shri Madhavendra Puri. He is a very, very unique and important person in our Guru Parampara because it is through him that this love of God that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to distribute in the entire world, came down through him. Lord Chaitanya is third in line from Madhavendra Puri, and like we were singing just now, Madhavendra Puri is in the disciplic succession. He's part of the Madhva Sampradaya. And then he's a very unique person because although he's part of the same Sampradaya, he displayed this unique love for Krishna that no one else had in the past. No one else had manifested in the past. Madhavendra Puri was given that special benediction by the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, that he would be able to receive this ecstatic love for Krishna. It is not like there is no sweetness or love for Krishna in the other Vaishnava Sampradayas. There's lots of sweetness in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, like some of you have gone to India. You all have seen. In Ranganath, it's very sweet, the pastimes of Ramanujacharya with Ranganath are very, very sweet, very amazing. Very sweet and very amazing. And they can meditate upon the beautiful, transcendental forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And it's very attractive, it's very charming to the heart. And then, in the Madhva Sampradaya, we see that they worship Udupi Krishna. It's not like Krishna is from Udupi, but he appeared over there. They worship Krishna. Great devotees of Krishna, worship Lord Balaram, amazing. But this great treasure, the divine love between Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, was displayed by none other than Madhavendra Puri. He's the one who displayed this ecstatic love for God, which was never before seen, experienced, witnessed by anyone in this world before. He is that one unique person. He's that one unique person who was gifted with this ecstatic treasure of love of God. And we can see this over here, that there is a Chaitanya tree, the tree of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where Lord Chaitanya is the main trunk. And then Advaita Acharya Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are the two branches. And then everyone else, they're all like sub-branches. And Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami are also branches of the Chaitanya tree, and they extend out into the west. The Western world. Actually, when the Chaitanya Charitamrita was written, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the chapter 9 of the Adi Leela of the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita helps us understand the unique position of Rupa and Sanatana Goswami actually, that their branch spread out into the east, into the west. So predicting that someone in their line would preach this ecstatic love of God given to us by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Someone would preach it in the West. And who is there? None other than Ihara Tara Pradhan Pracharako Shri Bhakti Vedanta Namo. Patita Janati Doya Dham. We were just chanting this just now. That of all the disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the Pradhana Pracharaka, which means what? Pradhana means the most important. Pracharaka means? That's right. Who said that? Avadut, you said that? Chandan, okay, preachers. So, Ihara Pradhana Pracharaka, Tara Pradhan Pracharaka. That he is the most important preacher in the line of Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Is the most important preacher in that line. What's his name? Shri Bhakti Vedanta Namo. And he is the Taha Patita Doyam Dham. That he is the very abode of giving mercy to the most fallen. So, such a person is predicted even in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, there's branches, they extend it to the west. And Srila Prabhupada really extended that branch all the way to the west. And saved us all. The good Lord saved us all for sure, but he did it through Srila Prabhupada. He did it through Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is a very unique person. And he has this very unique gift that he came to give us. But right, even in the Karmi world, they say, never forget your roots. Right? Never forget your roots. And we should never forget our roots. Right? So this branch came from the tree of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya is the main, he's the main trunk of the tree. But then never forget the roots. So the roots, we can see, who is the root of Lord Chaitanya? Srila Ishwara Puri, his spiritual master. And his god brothers. It's amazing actually that although Ishwara Puri and Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu, they're all god brothers, the disciples of Madhavendra Puri, still Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu are also considered branches of Lord Chaitanya's tree. But we can also see that the other disciples, or bona fide disciples of Madhavendra Puri, they are different branches of the root of the tree of Lord Chaitanya. But then, never forget your roots. But you know what else you should not forget is the seed. Never forget the seed from which everything else came about. Right? That's why Brahmanda Brahmate Kona Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. Right? The bija, the seed of love of God, the seed from which the tree of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared is none other than Madhavendra Puri. He is the seed of the tree of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Madhavendra Puri is no ordinary person. He's a very unique and exceptional person. And he came to give everyone love of God. It's a very, very unique thing. He has a special mission that he has. And Madhavendra Puri, being a very special devotee of Krishna, had many amazing realizations actually. He had many amazing realizations. And he had many unprecedented, uncommon pastimes. That he was so imbued with love of God, Madhavendra Puri, was so imbued with love of God, that when he'd be walking and he would see a fresh blue rain cloud, it would remind him of Krishna and he would faint. He would faint in ecstasy just thinking about how amazing, wow, so amazing. This rain cloud, that's the color of Krishna. The color of the rain cloud is the color of Krishna. So he would feel very, oh wow, this is amazing. And he would faint in ecstasy. Just thinking about how amazing, how beautiful Krishna is. You can turn it down, but don't turn it off. It's almost like it's off. So we can see that Madhavendra Puri, he is actually a sannyasi. He's a sannyasi, and then the sannyas that he took, is very different than the different the sannyas that we have currently in our sampradaya. He took karma sannyas, where he renounced all activities of maintaining the body, to the degree that only if someone came and offered him food would he take it. Otherwise, he would just fast for days and days and days on end. He would just fast, Madhavendra Puri. So, Madhavendra Puri, and it's not like this now. Like if a sannyasi goes in an assembly of devotees, it's very obvious, right? So, that saffron cloth, the sannyas danda. So many people may know him. Naturally, he's going to be offered respect and all this and all that. But Madhavendra Puri, he was so renounced that an ordinary person could not tell. You'd only take a very realized Brahmana to know that actually, hey, this person is sannyasi and they need to be served. So once Madhavendra Puri went from Vrindavan to Govardhan. You've been to Govardhan, right? A couple of you have been to Govardhan. So over there in Govardhan, once Madhavendra Puri was just sitting there and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. That's what Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says. So he was chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and then while he was chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, what happened was, he was fasting for days because no one offered him food. He was chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and he was performing his sadhana. And while he was doing so, then this very beautiful little boy came to him with a pot of milk, and he said, "My dear Madhavendra Puri, I'm seeing you, that you're over here and you're fasting. And this is my village. No one fasts in this village. Some nearby ladies saw that you've been fasting, so they sent some milk for me to give you. This is my pot. Okay, I'm going to give you the milk. You drink this milk and you have to return the pot to me." And he thinks, okay, wow, it's very nice. Okay, all right, thank you. And he was struck with wonder when he saw this beautiful boy, saying, wow, this boy is really beautiful. Who is this? I mean, it's hard for a person on the transcendental platform to be attracted to anything material. Right? What's the example of someone who is completely on the transcendental platform but still got attracted to something of this something transcendental? Yes, that's a good example. Then anyone else? The Kumaras, yes, they're on the complete and they were attracted to something completely spiritual. The most famous verse in the Bhagavatam that's recited so much. Shukadev Goswami. Atmarama Shimanayo Nirgranta Purukrame Kurvantya Hetukim Bhakti Mittam Bhutva Guno Hare. That that although Shukadeva Goswami is an Atmarama, he was still attracted to the transcendental sound vibration of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So similarly, Madhavendra Puri was very attracted to this boy, like thinking, oh, wow, what's going on here? What's going on here? This boy is so beautiful. So anyway, he thought, okay, at least I'll get to see this boy again, because this is his part. I have to see the boy again, and we can see that Madhavendra Puri, he drinks the milk and he washes the pot, and he's waiting for that boy to come back, and he's like looking in the direction in which the boy left, but the boy never came back. And then Madhavendra Puri was chanting all day, and then he dozed off at night. And when he dozed off at night, he said, Madhavendra Puri, my dear Madhavendra Puri, I've been observing you for many days now, and my name is Gopal. My name is Gopal, and I am the lord of this village, Govardhan. So I was, installed by Vajra. Who is Vajra? No. Close. Grandson. I think Krishna's great-grandson is Vajra. I was installed here by Vajra, this deity. But then when the Muslims were invading, the pujari took me off and put me in these bushes. And out of fear of the attack of the Muslims, he left me. So I've been here now for many years. And I'm suffering in this heat and the cold. I haven't eaten anything. So I want you to go to this place, and he holds Madhavendra Puri's hand and takes him to the spot where he's buried in the bush. He takes him to the spot where he's buried, and he shows him, this is where I'm hiding. This is where I'm stuck. Come tomorrow with a whole bunch of these villagers and take me out, and I'm very, very hot, so you have to bathe me in cold water, and you have to feed me, and you have to do all these things. So Madhavendra Puri, he laments actually. He laments and he starts crying. He starts to think, oh God, how is it that I saw Krishna, I didn't recognize Krishna? How unfortunate am I? How unfortunate. And we can see that this happens in the lives of the acharyas very much. Even Advaita Acharya, Max, why don't you just get up, making a big drama, that's all. In the life of Advaita Acharya, he would be giving discourses, and they would all be discussing Harikatha. And Vishwarupa is also present in the group where Advaita Acharya would be giving the Bhagavatam class or whatever. They'd be discussing Krishna consciousness. And Vishwarup's younger brother. Who's Vishwarup's younger brother? That's right. It's cheating. Okay. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya. He's Vishwarup's younger brother, Nimai. So little baby Nimai would walk in, 5-year-old naked boy. He would walk in, and all the devotees' mind would just go towards Lord Chaitanya, and they would be like, how did I not recognize? How did I not recognize? They all would they'd be amazed, who is this boy? Why we we're in the middle of discussing Krishna? And for example, if some kid walks in, okay, Hare Krishna, sit down, don't scream. If you're screaming, get out of class. That's how we think about it, But a small kid walks in, disrupts the whole class and say, mom is calling you for lunch, Vishwarup, you have to come. And everyone is attracted to Vishwarup, to Nimai, thinking, wow, it's very amazing. So even Advaita Acharya, he says, then even in the life of Ramanujacharya, there's this deity in South India where, the Ramanujacharya, he was there and he was worshipping this deity. And then this little Brahmin boy, he comes and he starts serving Ramanujacharya very nicely. Starts a little beautiful, effulgent boy. He serves Ramanujacharya for so long. He serves him very nicely. And he begs Ramanujacharya, please initiate me. Please initiate me. Please initiate me as your disciple. So then Ramanujacharya initiates him. And then what he does is he puts tilak on this boy. He puts tilak on this boy. And usually when we put tilak on someone else, it's kind of like a little crooked. Right? It's easy to put tilak on yourself, but to put tilak on someone, I'm so bad at it, I gave up. It was looking like a tilak of a different sampradaya when I was doing it. But when you put tilak on someone else, it looks a little different. It looks a little like, okay, it's a little crooked here and there. So Ramanujacharya put tilak on this boy, and then the tilak was a little crooked, and he initiated this boy. And then, after the initiation, Ramanujacharya could not find his disciple anywhere. I think the name of this deity is Vaishnavananda or something. Because then when they, so then Ramanujaya, when he was doing his worship the next day to the deity, in this particular deity of Lord Vishnu, then he realized that it's the same tilak that he put on the small boy was actually present upon the forehead of the Lord. And the tilak is crooked. And I think till today, the tilak is kept like that. Crooked tilak, And the Lord himself wanted to come and be a disciple of Ramanujacharya. So the Lord comes like this. The Lord comes sometimes to be the disciple. You know the name of that deity?
No, but we were there. Vamana Tirtha. There's a deity of Vamana Dev there, but there's also this.
Yeah, it's called Vaishnava something. Vaishnavananda, something like this. Vaishnava, oh wow, okay. The Akashvani, Vaishnava Nambi. That's the name of the deity, Vaishnava Nambi. So it's so beautiful that the Supreme Lord himself comes to become a disciple. Comes to become a disciple of his devotee. Why? Because that's the nature of devotional service. Rupa Goswami defines devotional service. What's the nature of devotional service? Rupa Goswami says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is? No one? Krishna Akarshani Sacha. It's very important. That on the transcendental platform, devotional service is more powerful than Krishna. Why? Because it attracts Krishna to him. That a person, although he may be very insignificant compared to Krishna, but by the love that he has for Krishna, he can completely control. He can completely control Krishna, like Yashoda Mai. She. Krishna, he's all night dancing with the gopis. He comes on. Maybe he gets 10 minutes of sleep. But then when Yashoda wakes him up, immediately Krishna has to wake up. Yashoda said, you have to take your bath. Krishna has to go and take a bath with Yashoda Devi. He had to be bathed by Yashoda. All these things need to happen. Krishna says, you know who I am? I am God. How dare you ask me to know? You have to bathe. I'm your mother. And why? By the love that she has for Krishna, she completely controls him. She completely controls him. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada, by the love that he has for Krishna, he has kept Krishna in every drop of ink in his books. Every drop of ink in Prabhupada's books is filled with Krishna. Every drop of ink, the white space between, everything in Srila Prabhupada's books, Krishna is present personally in a very unique and personal form. Why? Because of Srila Prabhupada's strong devotion. Krishna Akarshani Sacha. Where is the spiritual world and where are we? Prabhupada wrote the Nectar of Devotion in which state in America?
California.
That's true. Which city? LA. That's right. He wrote in LA. Prabhupada wrote, where is Goloka Vrindavan and where is LA? So far away. But Prabhupada's devotional service is so strong that from all the way from Vrindavan, Krishna came. Krishna came just to be inside Srila Prabhupada's books. It's not just one book. Millions and millions and millions of books of Srila Prabhupada. And more millions to come. Krishna is incarnating at every moment because of Srila Prabhupada's pure devotional service. So similarly, Madhavendra Puri, he also has such pure devotion for Krishna that Krishna appeared to him in his dream and told him, hey, look, please, I'm a deity over here. I need your help. Sometimes in Nectar of Devotion, Srila Prabhupada writes that sometimes the Lord is so kind that he gives service to a devotee where he says that, oh, look, my temple is falling apart. You have to build a new temple for me. The deity is falling apart. You have to fix me, make a new deity for me. Make me into a different form. The Lord is so kind that he tells that to devotees. The Lord is so kind. And see, just like how Krishna gave milk to Madhavendra Puri, Krishna also gave something very special to Srila Prabhupada, actually. One Srila Prabhupada is in the house of his first disciple in India. It's in the Prabhupada Leela Amrita, actually. In the first disciple of, he was in his first house, and this first disciple wasn't serious. He wouldn't even shave his mustache. Although Prabhupada asked him to shave his mustache so many times. He wouldn't even shave it. No, I can't shave. So anyway, it was Janmashtami time. Srila Prabhupada was in this person's room, in this person's house. And then it was night, and of course Srila Prabhupada was up celebrating Janmashtami, chanting and doing all these things. And the disciple went to sleep. But then Srila Prabhupada was, after midnight, Prabhupada was like jumping around, dancing and playing the mridanga and singing. And then this person was wondering, why is Swamiji doing this? And he went inside and he could see that every atom in that room was filled with some nectarian, potency, like something very special. And Srila Prabhupada had like garland of champa flowers, and each champa flower was as big as a golf ball. Big champa flowers. And that was a very unique and amazing flower, and the fragrance was smelling, it was going all over, everywhere. And then he asked Srila Prabhupada, what happened? And he said, Krishna came and personally gave me his garland. Krishna personally gave his garland to Srila Prabhupada. So for the pure devotees, like this, it's possible. So Krishna comes and gives milk to, personally comes. Right? Some people tell, don't worry, I don't need to take your books. I know Krishna personally. You are not Madhavendra Puri, you are not Prabhupada. What nonsense are you talking? But you can see, we were distributing books in Ocean Drive the other day. They said, don't worry, I am Shankar. I will bless you and I will bless Krishna. I told him, who the hell are you, fat, ugly guy? You will bless Krishna? You're a freaking demon, rascal. Get out of here. These are such imposters. But you see, great devotees like Madhavendra Puri, Ramanujacharya initiated Lord Vishnu. Like this. So Madhavendra Puri also, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he gave him milk. And then Madhavendra Puri came with all these villagers and he told them, hey, look, there's this deity stuck over here. Get all your choppers, get all your axes, get everything. We need to rescue this deity out. So then they rescued the deity out, and so many devotees had to carry Lord Gopal all the way up to the hill, Govardhan Hill, all the way up to the top of the hill. They had to carry. So they were doing like this. And then when they kept the deity on top, then they bathed the deity in cold water because he was so hot. 700 buckets of cold water was got from Govindakund. 700 pots, not buckets, I guess, pots of cold water, and they bathed him. Then they nicely kept a cooling oil on the deity. And then they did so much annakut. So many, all the villagers came, all the produce, rice, dal. 10 brahmanas were engaged in like cooking for this deity. 10 brahmanas were engaged in cooking for this deity. And the deity fed. And then the minute one village was done, then another village heard about it, and again another village came. Like this, Madhavendra Puri. He established the worship of Lord Gopal. He established the worship of Gopal. And, after establishing the worship of Lord Gopal, then on a side note, because this temple is on top of Govardhan Hill, Lord Chaitanya did not want to go visit that temple. Why? He does not want to walk on Govardhan Hill. Because he doesn't want to walk on Govardhan Hill, he refused to go. But then there was some rumor that the Muslims are coming. So the deity was brought down from the hill, and Lord Chaitanya took darshan of that Gopal deity. But we can see over here that Madhavendra Puri established this worship of Gopal, and it was so amazing, so amazing. Everyone was engaged. All the beautiful songs were sung for him, and he was fed so nicely. But still one night, again, when he was resting, again Gopal came to him and said, you see, I've been in the heat for so long, I really need something very cooling. I need you to personally go get sandalwood from Malaya, a particular place in India. I need you to go get sandalwood from this place and rub it all on my body. I need you to do this. So then Madhavendra Puri starts walking all the way from North India, Vrindavan, all the way to South. And he goes and he finally meets this Malaya king. And he asks this Malaya king for the sandalwood. And he personally starts to carry the sandalwood on his back. We feel, oh wow, we're distributing books and music festivals. We think, oh wow, so amazing. We have 50 pounds on our backpack. But what to speak of, he had carried so much sandalwood. And there would be dacoits, and Madhavendra Puri would fight the dacoits and give them a good beating. Yes, very strong person. He would give them a good beating. The dacoits couldn't take the sandalwood from Madhavendra Puri. Very, very dangerous back then. Very, very dangerous back then. That, they would, he would have to travel through all these, so many people would try to steal. But Madhavendra Puri was rock solid, physically and spiritually, of course. And no one could even face him. No one could steal it from him. It belongs to Krishna. Come on, How dare we? How can someone? So Madhavendra Puri, he was going up, and then he stopped by Remuna. And in Remuna, there's this famous deity called Gopinath. Very, very beautiful deity called Gopinath. And then again, while Madhavendra Puri was over there, Gopal appeared to him in his dream and he said, "You see, Vrindavan is too far. It's going to take you some time it's going to take some time for you to come. On top of that, I don't think it's safe for you to come like this. So me and this Kirchor Gopinath, me and Gopinath, we are non-different. So you can apply the sandalwood upon me. You can apply the sandalwood upon Gopinath, and if you apply upon him, then we are non-different. I'll also feel the cooling effect." So Madhavendra Puri started to do this. Started to apply this sandalwood on Gopinath. And then actually before this, what happens is that when Gopinath finds out that Madhavendra Puri is there, Madhavendra Puri, knows that there's this very amazing Amrita Keli that's offered to Gopinath, right? How was it? Nectar. We can only imagine. For those of us who are so unfortunate that we never got to taste. Amrita Keli is like this nectarian kind of condensed milk. It's like inconceivable how amazing it is actually. That they offer to the deity. They offer to the deity of Gopinath there. So Madhavendra Puri was thinking, it'll be so nice if I could taste this Amrita Keli. And then I could also make it for my Gopal. He's all the way on Govardhan. I could also make it for my Gopal. It'll be so nice if I could do it. So he thought, but then he thought, what a sin I have committed. I want to taste something that's meant for the pleasure of the deities. I'm such a sinner. Then he went away. And he was in some marketplace. So then that night, Gopinath, to whom you were talking about Krishna, you should have more taste. If you don't have taste, force yourself to stand up. But you stay awake in class. That's how you fight your mind. If you're talking about basketball, you'd be wide awake. Now we talk about Krishna, you should be more wide awake. Krishna is more important than millions of celebrities. So we can see that Madhavendra Puri, he immediately left, and this Gopinath, to whom the condensed milk Amrita Keli is offered, he appears to his pujari in a dream and tells, "Hey, look, there's this particular person called Madhavendra Puri, and he's hiding. He's all the way out there in the marketplace. Today, without your knowledge, what I did was I took some of this Amrita Keli and I hid it. And you didn't realize that I hid it because I was saving it for Madhavendra Puri. Now I want you to go and give this Amrita Keli to Madhavendra Puri." So then the pujari woke up. He thought it wise that he should first bathe in the river. And he bathes in the river and he goes to see Gopinath. And then, lo and behold, that kheer is right there, the Amrita Keli is right there. And he takes that Amrita Keli. And you should see these, there's like this painting. There's like this painting of Kirchor Gopinath. I hope it's in this volume. Let's see. Yeah, Kirchor Gopinath. Yeah, right here. Anyway, I'll send you the picture you can display. He is very, very beautiful deity. You can see over here. I'll take a portrait mode picture of him. Okay, I'm going to send you this picture of Gopinath. Very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. We can see Kirchor Gopinath. Very, very, very beautiful deity. You can pull him up. You can zoom in. So this deity, he stole this Amrita Keli for the pleasure of Madhavendra Puri. And I'm going to also send you another picture. You can show this also. There's a beautiful painting actually of Krishna appearing. Yeah, look, this is very nice. Yeah, that's the picture. He's going to pull it up. So this is the picture of when he finds the pot. Move. Next picture I sent you. Did I send it to you? Sorry. Another picture. So yes, this picture is so beautiful. This painting is so beautiful. I request all the devotees to see him. See him is very, very beautiful. And we can see, very similarly, when I first saw this painting, I almost thought that this description is just like this painting. They look very just like Radha Govinda in New York. They are Radha Govinda. Oh, they are? Okay, great. See, that's why you associate with pure devotees. They give you transcendental knowledge. So you see, that's just like Radha Govinda. That's Radha Govinda. Very amazing. Very beautiful. So, he stole. That's why he's called a chore. Krishna is called a chore. He's a thief. Kir chori. What did he steal? He stole Amrita Keli. For whom? For the pleasure of Madhavendra Puri. He stole that. For the pleasure of Madhavendra Puri. And then when this great Brahmana comes and he appears in front of Madhavendra Puri, he appears in front of him. Both of them offer their real humble, respectful obeisances to each other. Why? Because of the simple reason that they thought that, oh my God, this is so amazing. Madhavendra Puri thought that, wow, you're so elevated that the deity appeared to you in your dream and told you about this. And then Madhavendra and the person thought, the Pujari thought, actually you are so amazing that the Lord stole this to give it to you. So, after applying the chandan and all this and all that, actually I think he applied the chandan before he steals the kheer for him. I'm not sure about the exact chronological order about it. But, before he steals, or after he applies the chandan and the sandalwood runs out, I think it happens during Chandan Yatra or whatever. After the sandalwood runs out, this whole and then Madhavendra Puri immediately wants to leave. He immediately wants to leave because he doesn't want to be glorified. But good news spreads fast, so does bad news. But good news spreads fast, so wherever he went, all the devotees were worshipping Madhavendra Puri. So like this, Madhavendra Puri performed so many amazing pastimes. So many amazing pastimes. His pure devotion for Krishna is unparalleled. Unparalleled. No one knows, no one ever experienced this kind of ecstasy before. And so many amazing things can be learned from the life of Madhavendra Puri. But two really important points, and I hope I have the time to cover them. That Madhavendra Puri, at the time of death, at the time of disappearance, he was performing the pastimes of being bedridden. And when he was performing the pastimes of being bedridden, Madhavendra Puri would recite this verse. He was reciting this verse. Ai dina dayadranata he mathura nata ka davalok se hridayam tvad aloka kataram dayitam brahmyati karomyaham. This is a very famous verse, we should actually memorize it. Oh my Lord, oh merciful Master, oh Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because of not seeing you, my agitated mind, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved one, what shall I do now? So for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, this verse is known as the topmost form of rasa, mellow and separation of Krishna. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, he is the first sprout of the great tree of devotional service worshipped by Sri Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Kanda, chapter 9, text number 160, it says, Bhakti Rase Madhavendra Adi Sutradhar Gaura Chandra Haika Yachena Bhare Bhar. Gaura Chandra repeatedly says that Sri Madhavendra Puri is the root of worship and ecstatic love. So this is the unique position of Madhavendra Puri, that he is the root. And then he was reciting this verse at the time of disappearing from this material world. And then we can learn two things. One is that he had a very offensive disciple called Ramachandra Puri, who came up to his spiritual master while he is lamenting in separation from Krishna and told him, you're a sannyasi. Why are you lamenting? Just meditate on impersonal Brahman. So from here we can know what not to do. We should never be so stupid to go and instruct our spiritual master. Should never be so stupid and foolish to go and instruct our spiritual master. No. Acharyera mataye se matasar. The instruction of the spiritual master is the active principle in the life of a disciple, not the other way around. Acharyera mataye se matasar. The opinion of the Acharya is the active principle of the disciple. If the Acharya says it is to be done, then it must be done. There is no question. So Madhavendra Puri gets angry and says, "Get out of here, you rascal. I'm here already lamenting, thinking that I haven't come in touch with Krishna. And now you are instructing me to meditate upon impersonal Brahman. Get out of here, don't show me your face." And then Ramachandra Puri went away, and his only business was to criticize the Vaishnavas. Wherever he would go, he would like to find faults with the Vaishnavas. Wherever he would go, he would feed the devotees, he would force them to eat more and more, and after they're done eating more, just see what kind of a Vaishnava is he. He's eating so much. And then when he was with Lord Chaitanya, in Lord Chaitanya's place, there was an ant or something crawling by, and he saw this ant. Just see, this ant is over here. That means that you're a sannyasi and you're eating sweets. And what kind of a sannyasi are you? And he would like force Lord Chaitanya to eat very little, and the devotees love to feed Lord Chaitanya. They're very hurt, very upset with Ramachandra Puri. And sometimes Lord Chaitanya would listen to Ramachandra Puri. The other times he would show that I'm Swatantra Ishwara, I can do whatever freaking thing I want. Swatantra Ishwara, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swatantra Ishwara. I can do whatever thing I want. What does it matter? So like this, Ramachandra Puri, he became very offensive. And then, once after some time, he just left and he went to some place. And there's no record of Ramachandra Puri. He was so offensive to his spiritual master. But then, Ishwara Puri was another disciple of Sri Madhavendra Puri. And he was such an amazing devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such an amazing devotee. He was personally serving Madhavendra Puri, who was performing the pastimes of being bedridden. So he would clean up his stool, he would serve him very nice, he would do all these things. And then Madhavendra Puri, in response to the amazing menial service rendered by Sri Ishwara Puri, tells him, "My dear child, because you're serving me so nicely, I can only pray to Krishna that he bestows upon you his love of God." And because he was blessed by his spiritual master, Srila Ishwara Puri was able to attain, he was so fortunate that the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, who's Radha and Krishna combined, became his disciple, Ishwara Puri. Imagine how much mercy he received from his spiritual master. The Supreme Lord agrees to come and become your disciple. How pure of a devotee should you be? How powerful should the mercy of Madhavendra Puri be in order for the Supreme Personality of Godhead to personally come and become his disciple? It is inconceivable for us, actually. It's inconceivable for us. And we can see in the spiritual world, when the gopis are feeling separation from Krishna, they feel so much separation that sometimes they mistake a tamal tree in Vrindavan, tamal tree. It has the same complexion as Krishna. Tamal tree. That they go and embrace this tamal tree. Then in one class I was hearing that Madhavendra Puri in the spiritual world is a tamal tree. Very closely associated with this rasa, this beautiful nectar of loving devotion to Krishna. So Madhavendra Puri blessed Ishwara Puri like this. So we can see what is the active principle in our life. Acharya mata je se matasar. If the instruction of the Acharya is the most active principle in our life, then we are successful. If it is not, then we are extremely unfortunate. We are extremely unfortunate. Why? Because Lord Chaitanya glorifies Madhavendra Puri. Can I have Madhya Leela chapter 17, please? He says, Dharma Stapana Hetu Sadhura Vyavahara. It's a very important quote. Everyone should understand this. Dharma Stapana Hetu Sadhura Vyavahara. Then what does it mean? Dharma means the eternal occupation of the living entity, or the way people perform their occupational duties. Dharma Stapana Hetu, cause. Sadhura means of the sadhu, Vyavahara, behavior. The behavior of the sadhus is actually how the entire society bases itself. You can pull up this verse, Prabhu. It's Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila chapter 17, text number 175. Yeah, volume 4. These books are so beautiful, huh? Madhya Lila chapter 17, text. Prabhu, Madhya Lila chapter 175. Oh, really? Oh, chapter 18. I'm sorry, I'm probably saying the wrong verse. Huh? It says Madhya 17, 185. Yeah, 185. Is that 185? Okay, sorry, maybe I was saying wrong or you heard wrong. So, we can see this over here. Prabhupada gives an extremely long purport. It's a very amazing purport. Okay. Dharma sapana hetu sadhura vyavahara Puri Gosaira ye acharana se dharmasar. A devotee's behavior establishes the true purpose of religious principles. The behavior of Madhavendra Puri Goswami is the essence of such religious principles. So that's why it's very important for us to observe how the pure devotees are behaving. Of course, it's not like all devotees are stereotyped, all pure devotees are stereotyped. Some pure devotees behave very differently than other pure devotees. It's just how it goes. That's just the nature of how things work. But some pure devotees, they behave in a particular way. And, their behavior establishes the true purpose of religious principles. And that's why people like Madhavendra Puri, they are our Mahajans. That's why we see Tarko Pratishta Shutayor Vibhinam Nasa Vrishir Yasya Matham Na Bhinnam Dharmasya Tatvam Vihitam Guhaya Mahajano Yena Gata Sapanta. That Tarko Pratishta Shutayor Vibhinam. That so many people are there, and there's so many people who are Mahajans. So Prabhupada in this purport, Prabhupada is basically smashing all these so-called Mahajans of the material world. There's so many Mahajans in this material world. People think that Prabhupada says, okay, I'll just read one part of the purport. You can see, I'll go to the paragraph beginning with in the material world. Yeah. In the material world, Mahatma is understood in different ways by different religionists. Mundanes also come up with their different angles of vision. For the conditioned soul busy in sense gratification, a Mahajan is recognized according to the proportion of sense gratification he offers. For instance, a businessman may consider a certain banker to be a Mahajan. Right? And karmis desiring material enjoyment may consider philosophies like Jaimini to be Mahajans. There are many yogis who want to control their senses, and for them Patanjali Rishi is a Mahajan. For the Gyanis, the atheists Kapila, Vashishta, Durvasa, Dattatreya and other impersonalist philosophers are Mahajans. For the demons, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Ravana's son, Meghanada, Jarasandha and others are accepted as Mahajans. For materialistic anthropologists speculating on evolution of the body, a person like Darwin is a Mahajan. The scientists who are bewildered by Krishna's external energy, who have no relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, yet they are accepted by some as Mahajans. Similarly, philosophers, historians, literary men, public speakers, and social and political leaders are sometimes accepted as Mahajans. Such Mahajans are respected by certain men who have been described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Svavitvara hoshta karai samshrita purusha pashuhu nayat karna patopeto jatu nama gadagrajaha. Men who are like hogs, dogs, camels, and asses praise those men who never listen to the transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna, the deliverer from evils. So, stop being a hog, dog, camel, and an ass. And become a swan-like pure devotee, Paramahamsa, like Srila Prabhupada. Or at least try. Tan bhritya bhritya paricharaka bhritya bhritya. Should become the servant of the servant of the servant of such exalted personalities. Beautiful verse. I don't know if you could pull it up. Let's see. You need to be very expert at using Veda base for this. Anyway, I'll just Majjanma phalamidam madhu kaita bhare mat prartaniya mad anugraha esha eva tvad bhritya bhritya paricharaka bhritya bhrityasya bhritya iti mam smara lokhanata. Please give me the benediction that from now till eternity, all my words, thoughts, and actions give extreme pleasure. Where is this? We can pull this up actually. Phalamidam. So this is from the Mukunda Mala Stotra. Let's see if it. Okay, you know what? Yeah, okay. It's text number 25. O enemy of Madhu and Kaitava, O Lord of the universe, the perfection of my life and the most cherished mercy you could show me would be for you to consider me the servant of 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 your servant. That is a perfection. That's a perfection. So also there in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya said, Gopi Bhatu Pada Kamalayor Dasa Dasa Anudasa. So this is the essence actually, that we should pray to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. So many million times of such great acharyas as Madhavendra Puri. Why? Because we are drowning in the ocean of material existence. Bhava Jaladim Agadam Dustaram Nisareyam. Vishama Vishay. How does it start? I'm forgetting. Bhava Jaladim Agadam. Bhavajalade katanam dustaram nistareyam sutaduhiti kalatra tana bharaditanam vishamem vishayatoye majatam aplavanam bhavati sharanameko vishnu poto naranam. It's a very beautiful verse in the Mukunda Mala Stotra. It's verse number 11. Bhavajaladi gadana dvandva vata hatanam sutaduhiti kalatra tana bharaditanam Vishama Vishayatoye Majatama Plavanam Bhavati Sharanameko Vishnu Poto Narana. People in the vast ocean of birth. Go to verse number 11, I told you. People in the vast ocean of birth and death are being blown about by the winds of material dualities. As they flounder in the perilous waters of sense indulgence, with no boat to help them, they are sorely distressed by the need to protect their sons, daughters, and wives. Only the boat, that is Lord Vishnu, can save them. So amazing. So beautiful. So we should understand that the great devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they come to give us this. Madhavendra Puri came to give us this ecstatic seed of love of God. And we are all present here only because of Madhavendra Puri. Because of all the sacrifices that he's made, as we are present over here. Imagine you have to carry like 200, 300 pounds worth of sandalwood on your back, walking. 82 pounds of sandalwood on your back. Imagine you have to carry that. Walking. All the way from South India, you have to walk. All the way to Orissa, you have to walk on your own. Or maybe with one or two people to help you. And you're fighting dacoits. There's no place for you to stay. And then we think taking a bucket shower outside a TSKP van is a big austerity. Where is the comparison? What have the acharyas not done for us? What have they not done for us? We all are simply come out of the yajna that they performed in pleasing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We've all come out of that. They sacrifice everything. And we ask people to just sacrifice a little bit of their money. And that they're so attached. Oh, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? We're not even asking for 100%. Sacrifice 50% for Krishna. Now, do it now. Oh no. Why? Because I have more faith in my bank account than I have in Krishna. Who cares about what the acharyas say? Who cares about what Dharma says? Who cares about all these things? Why? You simply worship the Lord of Lakshmi Devi. You'll get completely blessed by Krishna. But who cares? Who cares? What can the Supreme Lord not do for you? Where is this? Mabhir, Manda. You can go to this, Prabhu. You can go to verse number 10. Mabhir, Manda, Mano Vichintya Bahuda, Yamai Shiram Yatana, Naivami Prabhavanti Paparipava, Swami Nanu Sridhara Alasyam Vyapaniya Bhakti Sulabham Dhyayasva Narayanam Lokasya Vyasana Karo Dasyasya Kim Nakshamaha. Such a beautiful verse. Oh foolish mind, stop your fearful fretting about the extensive torments imposed by Yamaraj. How can your enemies, the sinful reactions you have accrued, even touch you? After all, is your master not the Supreme Lord, the husband of Goddess Shri? Cast aside all your hesitation and concentrate your thoughts on Lord Narayana, whom one very easily attains to devotional service. What can that dispeller of the whole world's troubles not do for his own servant? What can he not do for you? Just sacrifice. What's the problem? Just sacrifice. What's the problem? What's the difficulty? What did he not do for Madhavendra Puri? What did he not do for him? What did he not? He gave him the privilege of being Lord Chaitanya's Parama Guru. He gave it to Madhavendra Puri. He gave Madhavendra Puri this amazing love of God which was never before seen. So what can the Supreme Lord not do for you? Just sacrifice everything for Him. Sacrifice everything for Him. That's why Srila Prabhupada says this Krishna consciousness movement is an invitation for all young men and women to come and sacrifice their life for the great supreme cause of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is what Madhavendra Puri did. He sacrificed his life for the cause of spreading Krishna consciousness. So we should also do the same thing. And by doing so, we will attain the topmost benediction, the topmost benefit. So I'll stop the class over here. If there's any questions or comments, we can take them now. Anything from the men's side? Apurva Prabhu, do you have anything?
No, thank you.
Jai. How was it? Yeah, Jai. I really wanted to do my homework. I wish, yeah.
Hare Krishna. Just that section about Madhavendra Puri carrying the sandalwood. It also says he walked thousands of miles.
Yeah.
It's inconceivable.
Well, yeah, we were reading this. Where's Mason? Anyway, I guess he's in the slaughterhouse. We were driving and he was reading Bhaktisiddhanta Vaibhava, and on that there's something called On Tour. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur On Tour. And there they were speaking about how Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was walking through this 4 miles of dense forest. 4 miles of dense forest in order for him to go to his next preaching area. He was exhausted, famished, no water, no food, no prasadam, nothing to eat. Exhausted and famished. And he was still walking. He was walking and walking and walking. And 4 miles. And then he finally reaches there, and finally, they're taken care of properly. And then, we were driving, and when we were going to our next location on the GPS, it says 4 miles to arrive to your destination, distribute books. I was telling, Mason, just see, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur made such a sacrifice. He's walking through 4 miles of dense forest to go to his next preaching engagement. And here we are sitting in the Nityananda Ram, blasting the AC, like reading some nectarian thing, and if we get hungry, there's Kalki Prabhu's Shidwa that we can take. And but that's before lunch. And we have the Instapot. We can do whatever we want. Just see, how the sacrifice of the previous acharyas is paying off for us. We're just exactly 4 miles away, and it said 4 miles, on the thing, saying, "Wow, amazing! It's so amazing." That the sacrifice that they made. Just see, I think, such an austerity to be stuck in Miami traffic. That's why we think of big austerity. But just see the austerities that they perform for us is inconceivable, actually.
It's amazing, too, because it's described that he was just satisfied with the service itself.
Yeah. That's why, and that's actually a very amazing point, because the gopis, when they please Krishna so much, what does Krishna say? He tells, "Na paryeham, I cannot repay you. You only have to be satisfied with your service. I cannot repay you. Because I've given you, there's nothing I can give you to pay you for this. Na paryeham, I cannot repay you." And so it's very amazing. Anything else? Yes.
It's on? Okay. All right,
It's in the Jitagiri setting. Yeah.
So just some comments. One comment is, I believe in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, it's mentioned that Madhavendra Puri, whenever he would see a cloud.
I said that first
Oh, you
thing
said
in the
that.
class.
I
Yes.
guess I didn't hear that down in the kitchen.
Yeah,
I must have
yeah.
missed that. But he would go into ecstasy.
Faint. He would faint for a few days.
Yeah.
sometimes.
It
Few
was-
days. Seeing a cloud. They're saying you can't imitate that.
Yeah, we're not on that level.
Oh, I definitely am not on that level. Maybe.
That was just amazing, actually. But another thing also, specifically being Madhavendra Puri Prabhu's, Madhavendra Puri's disappearance. You mentioned the pastime with Ramachandra Puri, and I was just thinking about that someone I was down there. It kind of like hit me. But just a couple thoughts on that. Prabhupada makes a point in one of the purports, actually, that Ramachandra Puri was a latent impersonalist.
Yeah.
And I looked that word up. It means hidden.
Hidden,
So,
yeah.
because it's interesting, actually, because he was a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. And he must have known about Madhavendra Puri. He was famous. It wasn't like he just got like some random initiation like people
Yeah.
do today. But even with that such powerful association of Madhavendra Puri, knowing everything and receiving that instruction from him, and obviously all those things were there, he still, even without that, even with all that association, he wasn't able to shake that impersonalism from
Yeah.
his heart. And then it came out at the end. He was completely exposed.
Yeah.
When he was seeing Madhavendra Puri's, he was giving him instruction,
Yeah.
taking like that. But then also that positive examples there of Ishwara Puri. So I was just thinking, like, Guru Maharaj explains in one of his talks about all these different warnings that are given there in the Antilila. That's Lord Chaitanya's confidential pastimes. But just of uprooting that Mayavad, or that personalism, which may
Yeah.
be hidden in our heart and can come out at any time.
Yeah.
Like that, and instructing the spiritual master.
Can you believe that?
I can't believe it.
Oh my God. Like, dude, you got to be really dumb
Yeah.
to do that. Why? Wow.
I guess from his perspective, just speculating upon that, I mean, he's probably seeing like, oh, my spiritual master, like, he's in Maya or something. I have to
Yeah.
like help him, like, and he's just like feeling that pressure. Like, now's the time. Like, you have to
Yeah.
gim yam bapi bhavam. He's lamenting, like,
Yeah.
where is he going to go in his next life? You have to focus on Brahma. And he's thinking he's helping him, but actually he just put his head like in the guillotine.
Pashanapi na pashyati.
Yeah.
Seeing but not seeing. Hearing
Yeah,
but not
exactly.
hearing. Huh? So unfortunate. So unfortunate. Hearing but not hearing. Madhavendra is there. He's speaking. I mean, just imagine the class that they give. My God. It's like, just imagine the class that they give. And you're a disciple. Disciple means discipline. But then that Mayavad was so latently hidden that it completely destroyed everything. Jive Nishalagi Sutra Kaila Vyas Mayavadi Bhashanale Hai Sarvanash. Then, in order to give deliverance to the living entities, Vedavyas wrote the Vedanta Sutra. But then, if you listen to Shayarika Bhashya, the commentary on the Vedanta Sutra by the impersonalists, then your life is destroyed. Over. Finished. That's what happened to him. My God. It's so sad. It's crazy. Well, what to do? So we should at least be, that's why, we are very gung-ho, hell-bent upon, rooting out impersonalism even from the devotees in the temple. Like, you can't go into your own room and eat and close the door and, watch something and just, no, if you're all taking prasadam together, take prasadam together. As someone is acting like a big, like, Paramahamsa, then, like, they're put in their place, Because it's nice, all the devotees are taking the loving exchange given by Rupa Goswami. Take prasadam together, what's the problem? So anyway, yeah. Important point. Should not be latent Mayavadis. Yes, anything else? Nick, we are coming to you soon. Nick?
I just want like a clarification about the analogy of the Lord Chaitanya tree. Like exactly Madhavendra Puri, he's a seed. Because his guru was Lakshmipati, right? Why is he part of this tree also? Or
So the unique contribution of him was he was given special mercy of getting this ecstatic love for Krishna in Vrindavan. It was not manifest in the Sampradaya until him. That's why. Okay? Yes. Everyone wanted to see a moon-like face.
When we got to visit Madhavendra Puri's Samadhi, it was very memorable. What's going on? Don't. Okay. It was very memorable. The caretaker, I don't know how you. Yeah, I guess you would call him
Pujari.
Pujari. he's been there for like 30 years, 40 years. His guru just told him to stay one day, and he's just stayed. Which I was thinking, like, I could never do that. I'm not, it's just in this very like ramshackled building, but he takes like very nice care. And then and he does something special. It was just very memorable. He like plays the mridanga. How does he doing it? He's like plays the mridanga while pulling the bell, but then he's also like somehow slapping wampers together, and he's doing all of it at like.
Oh
once.
my God!
And I think he's doing the like.
And he's singing.
Yeah, he's singing.
That's called, see?
He's empowered.
That's called empowerment.
It's crazy. And I went to go look for it. He had given us some sandalwood from Kirachor Gopinath.
No kidding.
And then I think when Abhimanyu Sutta Prabhu looted my bag, he might have it somewhere. So
Abhimanyu looted your bag?
yeah, right before he left, he like took all the paraphernalia. So maybe I would like you to like distribute it for today. It's like
I mean, if that's your order.
it's like pretty.
But I think Apurva Prabhu and his wife would be more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're the most worshipful personalities for the Rajasuya Yagya right here. So, yeah, that's awesome if we can find the stolen goods.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
This Ramachandra Puri, if he was known for being so blasphemous and for one being an impersonalist and two inviting all these people to his house and then just criticizing them like anything, why would people still keep going? Just like
I mean, that's
respect or-
the one thing. Yeah, I mean, out of etiquette, like he is Ishvara Puri's God brother. Sometimes, we may have to deal with people who we don't really want to deal with out of etiquette. Now, saving the best for the last. Kamalini Mataji.
Yeah, I just heard Prabhupada was saying the etiquette, how they had that big feast, Madhavendra Puri's. And the etiquette was how you serve the Brahmins first. So Prabhupada said, even though they're unqualified, there's still that etiquette. Like you said, why do they keep doing it? Because they have this etiquette, even when somebody's bogus. Just like even Lord Chaitanya said, I'm going to take sannyas because all those people that tried to beat me, they'll pay respects to a sannyasi, But anyway, that's not my question. But my question is, since you are notorious for exposing deviations.
Notorious D.
And did you ever think that Madhavendra Puri, when, here he introduced this worship of Radha Krishna before devotees worshipped Krishna, and then he introduced it. And now, did you ever think that he may have been criticized, and they're thinking, how dare he, we've been like for hundreds and hundreds of years worshiping this particular way, and now he comes and tells us this other way of worship. Like people think, this is bogus, how sometimes any slight deviation, even like Srila Prabhupada allowing brahmacharinis, his godbrothers criticized him.
And then they later on did it themselves.
And then what?
And they later on did it themselves. They criticized Prabhupada for having brahmacharis, and then later on they did it themselves.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Anyway, so did you ever think of that?
Yeah, I mean, there's no historical record of it. There's no historical record of it. And even if it was like that, the caliber of devotee that Madhavendra Puri is unprecedented. People can say all these things and criticize this way, that way. Maybe they have, maybe they didn't. But for how many people did Gopinath steal kheer and leave for them? For how many people did Gopal appear in dream and make him establish a temple? Well, I mean, in Palaina Parichayate, we see the result of an activity, but the fruit that it creates. What's the fruit of Madhavendra Puri? That the entire world is saved or has the potency, capability of being saved. So we can see this. One of the opulence of the spiritual master is disciples. We can see a disciple like Ishvara Puri. His grand disciple is Lord Chaitanya. His disciple is Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu. I mean, like, come on, Who you criticize? It's as foolish as someone criticizing Prabhupada. It's just as foolish like that. It's just, but again, we should not imitate Prabhupada. Think, yeah, he made changes, I can also make changes anyway. Who's so great as me? No. So we see like that. That caliber is different altogether. That caliber is different.
Yeah.
Nityananda Sri Advaita Vibhu. That's beautiful. That word Vibhu means opulence also. Vibhu, Vibhuti. Nityananda Sri, he had the opulence of having Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu as his disciple. Who is Advaita Acharya? Mahavishnu and Lord Sadashiva combined. Nityananda Prabhu is Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram is coming and becoming your disciple. You must be the real thing. Haters can hate, but Madhavendra Puri is unique. And once this rascal person said, I belong in the Madhva Sampradaya. The line deviated at this point of time. What nonsense are you talking, line deviate, Freaking rascal. Who's fighting Mayavad? You or us? So many people are there. They're very good at being armchair philosophers, but doing practical work, they can't do anything.
And, you know how sometimes we hear we shouldn't take our dreams so seriously. But here's an example of, receiving direct instruction. Well, he called it order, order from the Lord, taking it very seriously. So also, Prabhupada said that Krishna will appear to the pujaris in dreams, like in South America, in Argentina, the temple was attacked and they burnt all the books and everything. And so, the devotee there, the pujari, he had a dream. They had big brass gornitai, I believe, and that the government's going to attack. So he called his GBC and he said, I have to move the deities. I had a dream. And he said, forget it, that's just your mind. Prabhupada said, don't move the deities once they're installed. So, you can't do that. And it's just a dream. So then he had the dream again, and he called his GBC, and then he really chastised them that we don't listen to our mind, and then the third phone call was, I'm on the airplane with the deities, and we'll be arriving at this time. And sure enough, the next day they came in, destroyed the temple, burnt all of the books and everything.
Demons.
And then I remember hearing that Prabhupada Krishna will give instructions in dream to protect the deities, like that.
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so usually dreams they have to be according to Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Faith is required also. And so many people, especially if you're in India, so many people say they have so many dreams. I met once a guy, he told me all about the dream that he has, and he's like the owner of a Sai Baba temple. So what's the use of such dreams? But we should see. Some are bona fide, some are not. One of my uncle, he claims that he saw Krishna in his dream, and he still eats meat, still drinks. What's the use? So Krishna appeared, or you're still in Maya. It doesn't work like that. So we should see. It's not like everything is invalid, and not like everything is valid either. So we understand. That's why Swapna Pramana is there, like the Pramana of using dreams, or the thing of using dreams as your Pramana, as your established thing. But it has to be in line with Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Is that okay, Mataji?
Thank you.
Jai. Anything else? Okay, Shri Madhavendra Puri Pad ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpata.